The CW renews Superman and Lois for a 4th season. James Gunn is conducting in-person auditions for Superman Legacy. And Warner Brothers Animation releases the official trailer for Justice League Warworld. Welcome to the Speeding Bulletin, your Superman highlights video bringing you up to speed on everything that took place in the world of Superman from June 7th to June 13th, 2023. Hi, I'm Steve Younis. Before we check out these news stories and more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell so you'll receive a notification each time we post a new video. In movie news, according to Deadline.com, James Gunn will be conducting in-person screen tests for Superman Legacy later this month. Reported to be taking place sometime between June 17th and June 20th, the in-person auditions will see Gunn and co-CEO of DC Studios Peter Safran meet with actors hoping to win the roles of Clark Kent Superman and Lois Lane. Actors said to be testing for the roles include Nicholas Hoult, David Corenswet and Tom Brittany, while Emma Mackey, Rachel Brosnahan and Phoebe Dynevor are amongst those said to be testing for the role of Lois Lane. Further auditions for supporting characters will take place once a decision has been made on the lead characters. On his Inside View podcast, Michael Rosenbaum sits down with DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn to talk about his takeover of the new DC content slate, the difference between DC and Marvel, and all the pressure that comes with creating a new Superman film.
Will the Lex Luthor character, there'll be a Lex Luthor, right? Isn't that already known?
Yeah, everybody thinks there's a Lex Luthor out there, but I've never said there was a Lex Luthor in there.
All right, so if there were a Lex Luthor.
If there were a Lex Luthor, okay.
If there were a Lex Luthor in this movie, and there's a lot of other villains, so it may not be Lex Luthor.
And you are the best Lex, let's admit it. We know you're the best Lex.
Come on, you're being funny.
I'm not being funny. You're definitely the best Lex.
Really?
Definitely.
But not right for your movie.
Not right for my... I didn't say there was even a Lex in the movie. So.
Superman Legacy is scheduled to be released July 11th, 2025. Warner Brothers Animation released the official trailer for the next film in the DC animated universe, Justice League Warworld. DC's Superman, Wonder Woman and Batman find themselves in mysterious lands and precarious circumstances with no memory of how they arrived there and only vague recollections of their true selves in Justice League Warworld, available to purchase digitally and on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray Combo Pack and Blu-ray on July 25th. IMDb posted an interview video in which cast members and creators of the Flash movie discussed superheroes. Here's what Sasha Calle had to say about playing Supergirl.
Do you remember the moment when you first felt super?
It took a couple months. You know, it's a large process of there's thousands of people working with you, making sure that the suit is okay, that your hair is okay, that your makeup feels in tune with the character. And there was a moment where I was on wires. It's actually the moment in the movie where Supergirl is taking in the sun and she's like levitating. And that was a very long day. I was in the wires and Andy was like, guys, take her off wires. And he was like, Sasha, come over here. And he was like, look. And I just remember feeling out of body. Like I felt like I turned into a 5-year-old version of myself looking up at this superhero. I wish I would have had that superhero when I was little. I just felt so...
The Flash opens in theatres across the world this week. On the television side of things, the CW has officially announced that Superman and Lois will return for a 4th season. The last remaining DC property on the network, the series will return for one final season on the CW, reduced down to only 10 episodes. According to Deadline.com, the agreement came through once negotiations over budget cuts were agreed on, with a number of series regular cast members being one area where cost cutting will take place. It seems one of those casualties will be General Sam Lane, Lois's father, who is played by Dylan Walsh. Walsh's wife Leslie took to Instagram to write, "Congrats to the families of Superman and Lois for finally getting the update of their fate. We now know General Lane was cut due to budget. It was a fun ride. Bye." While Sam Lane did retire as the head of the DoD at the end of Season 2, he returned to the role in Season 3. It now seems he might be possibly returning to retirement ahead of the show's upcoming 4th season. Superman homepage writer Michael Bailey submitted his review of the most recent episode of Superman and Lois. Titled Complications, Michael gave this episode a 4 out of 5 rating, saying, "There were moments that felt like this was the season finale, but I know that we have 2 more episodes, so it threw me off as a viewer, which I thought was great." While there's no new episode of Superman and Lois this week, the CW did release a promo video for the final 2 episodes of Season 3 of the series, with the next new episode titled Injustice. In this episode, Lois and Clark clash with Jordan over his carelessness around using his powers in public, while Jonathan struggles with Kyle's change in behaviour at the firehouse. Meanwhile, Sarah grows frustrated with Lana after she accidentally makes things more complicated with Jordan. And finally, after 17 years behind bars, Lex Luthor is set to be released from prison. This episode is scheduled to air on the CW on Tuesday, June 20th. The CW also released the official description for the 13th and final episode of Season 3 of Superman and Lois, titled What Kills You Only Makes You Stronger. In this episode, all of Smallville comes together to view a meteor shower. Lex Luthor makes his move. This episode is scheduled to air on the CW on Tuesday, June 27th. On the comic book side of things, here are the comic books available this week from June 13th, and they include DC Pride Through the Years #1 one-shot, Superman Lost #4, which is available in 2 different variant covers, Absolute Dark Knight's Death Metal hardcover, Dark Crisis Young Justice hardcover, and Superman Camelot Falls the Deluxe Edition hardcover. Our reviewer Mark Lax has submitted his review of Superman Lost #4, saying, "This story remains confusing and hard to follow, which makes you not care about these characters." And he gave this issue a 2 out of 5 rating, and you can read his full review at our website now. Celebrating Superman Day this week, here are more Superman 85th Anniversary collectibles. Get the DC Comics Superman Celebrating 85 Years of Superman logo t-shirt for $22.99. And how about this DC Comics Superman Celebrating 85 Years logo silhouette t-shirt, also $22.99. These and other Superman 85th Anniversary collectibles are available through the Superman homepage online shopping page at supermanhomepage.com/shop. Before we get into the rest of this week's news, if you're finding this video interesting or entertaining in any way, then please leave a thumbs up and a comment below, and don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. Also, if you'd like to support the Superman homepage, then you can become an official member of our YouTube channel with different levels of perks. All you have to do is click the join button below, or you can become a sponsor through patreon.com/Superman homepage. So in the rest of this week's news, the 2023 Superman celebration took place across June 9th to June 11th in Metropolis, Illinois, and I posted a collection of videos and images from the 3-day event, which saw special guests Tyler Hoechlin, Jesse Rath and Nicole Maines enjoy this one-of-a-kind festival. Look for more videos of the Q&A panels with the celebrity guests to be posted on our website soon. Sideshow Collectibles is taking orders for the next batch of their Collector's Edition Superman Premium Format figure. Previously offered in an exclusive version that sold out quickly in 2018, the Collector's Edition of the Superman Premium Format figure is expected to ship in October to December this year. Priced at $600 US, you can pre-order your Superman Premium Format figure through our website. Entertainment Earth are taking pre-orders for their exclusive Tom and Jerry Cosbaby Superman collectible set. Superman is one of Tom and Jerry's favourite superheroes. Once they have put the suit on, they know they are fighting for justice for everyone. These non-articulated figures range in size from 3.5 inches to 5 inches tall. Look how determined they are in their super poses. Priced at $29.99 US and expected to ship in July, you can pre-order your Tom and Jerry Cosbaby Superman collectible set through our website. McFarlane Toys has given us a first look at their upcoming Superman Black and White Accent Edition action figure. Exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store, the Superman Black and White Accent Edition action figure is available for pre-order and is limited to 3,000 pieces with a limit of 1 per person. Worlds collide in the Injustice 2 mobile game when Sasha Calle's Supergirl becomes a playable character in the latest game update released on June 14th. Suit up as Sasha Calle's Girl of Steel based on DC's new film The Flash. Superman fans in Washington DC, Charlotte, North Carolina and Sydney, Australia will want to get along to local conventions taking place next weekend, as a number of Superman celebrities will be in attendance. AwesomeCon in Washington DC is on from June 16th to June 18th. Comic book artist Humberto Ramos will be there across all 3 days. Heroes Convention in Charlotte, North Carolina is on from June 16th to June 18th as well. A stack of comic book creators will be there across all 3 days, including Kevin Maguire, Brett Breeding, Ron Frenz, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, Andy Smith, Dexter Vines and Lee Weeks. Supernova in Sydney is on from June 17th to June 18th. Superman and Lois stars Tyler Hoechlin and Elizabeth Tulloch will be there on both days. I'll be around on Sunday, so if you see me in the crowd, make sure you stop me and say hello. J&D Studios has given us a couple of teaser videos for their upcoming 1/3 scale Christopher Reeve Superman Hyper-Real movie statue. We'll bring you more information about this statue as it comes to hand. And that's all the news there was for the week June 7th to June 13th. I hope you enjoyed Superman Day on June 12th. I'm Steve Younis. I'll see you next week.